Well, good Monday morning, and thank you for waking up with us here on Daybreak. I'm Dia Wall.
And I'm Matt Howardson. We'll get back to that. It's Monday, all right? And we'll get back to that shooting in Austin and the latest developments out of Iran in just a moment. But first, we do have our traffic anchor, Erica Lopez, here, and also meteorologist Greg Fields to talk about the weather. Let's start with the roads this morning. How are things looking?
You know what? We are dealing with an overnight interstate closure. Not the best way to kick off on Monday morning. So I'll get everyone up to speed on what we're seeing out there and the latest we know from police.
All right, Greg, you're going to get us out the door?
Yeah, getting you out the door. Quiet out there right now. It's going to be dry out there for us as well, but some changes are coming midweek with those storm chances increasing. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's get you on out the door right now, though. Temperatures are going to be nice and warm. We'll have those southwest winds taking out to Fair Park right now, 63 degrees, and it will be partly to mostly cloudy out there for us as well. But yes, very warm start to the day. We've seen a front work its way into North Texas, kind of stalling though, so it's not going to move all the way through at all. But you see north of that, we're looking at some upper 40s across the northern counties there as you get up toward Gainesville and Sherman. But we're going to be in the upper 50s and low 60s. That front's not going to work its way much farther south. So we're going to be on the south side of that. Those south winds, the warmer, more humid end of that front. So we're looking at those temperatures will stay quite warm for us today. Again, with the partly to mostly cloudy skies, winds will be fairly light out of the south at 5 to 10. We're going to be close to 80, up around 79 later today. But here's what we have coming up. Mainly dry for Election Day, only a few showers possible. Weather alert, though, for Wednesday with rain and thunderstorms likely. Some of these could be strong, maybe severe as well, and it will stay unsettled right through the end of the week on into the upcoming weekend. So we'll detail all this for you coming up here in just a few minutes. But now let's check that Monday morning traffic. Back over to Erica.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. So I want to get you straight out to that breaking traffic news we're following this morning. Northbound 35E in Inwood is closed. This is video from overnight when it happened. We know that it was a major crash involving a motorcycle. Authorities say a rider, a Dallas police officer who was off duty and headed home, was transported to the hospital. Investigators still working to determine how many other vehicles were involved and what all led up to the wreck. Police say the officer was the only person taken to the hospital and thankfully is expected to be okay. So let's get you up to speed on what we're seeing right now. This closure is still in effect. We can see it here at 35E and Medical District here at the Inwood camera from TxDOT. Earlier we could see the backup. They actually cleared northbound traffic. So now we're just not seeing any traffic flow. So this is what it looks like. Police are still blocking things off while things are under investigation and everyone's being detoured off. So it is causing a delay even at 5:03 in the morning. This is the backup at Wycliffe this morning where we are hardly moving because we're going from all lanes of traffic open to, again, of course, being detoured off 35E northbound here. So I do want to take you over to the big map showing you that the rest of North Texas is looking fine. However, I want to show you where this is on the map and help you get around it. Again, wreck involving, we don't know how many vehicles, but at least that police motorcycle as well. 35E northbound shut down at Inwood. Workaround option for you this morning. 354 runs parallel, totally open and clear if you need to head this way soon. Dia and Matt.
Erica, thank you. Now to our top story this morning. Tensions in the Middle East are spiking after the U.S., Israel, and Iran traded attacks in the region.
Yeah, we've been tracking this since the very first strikes by the U.S. and Israel over the weekend. Natalie Haddad in our newsroom right now. Natalie, what's the latest as the situation develops by the minute?
Hey, good morning to you, Matt and Dia. Overnight, President Trump told ABC News U.S. attacks on Iran could continue for another 4 to 5 weeks. His comments came just hours after 3 U.S. service members were killed in Kuwait. And as this video of a fighter jet you see also in Kuwait crashed, the pilot parachuting out and surviving. The strikes began late Friday into Saturday with the U.S. and Israel saying they were targeting Iran's nuclear program. Iran responded quickly with a sweeping retaliation across the Middle East. 9 people were killed when an Iranian missile struck a shelter at a synagogue in Israel, Jerusalem specifically. At least 5 others were killed in missile and drone strikes across the Gulf states as Iran targeted military and civilian sites. And this in Bahrain, video shows a drone hitting a residential high-rise. This explosion right there. And in Qatar, debris from intercepted Iranian missiles rained down on parts of the country.
You can see the air defense interceptors going into the air in those bright flashes of orange, and you can also hear the loud booms. This is what we've been hearing in Doha all day today.
Inside Iran, the death toll is climbing. More than 1,000 people have reportedly been killed since the strikes began Saturday, including Iran's supreme leader. On Sunday, President Trump said Iran's new potential leaders had indicated they wanted to talk. But early Monday, Iranian officials said they will not negotiate with the United States. Dia?
All right, Natalie, thank you for getting us up to speed there. U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran are already hitting your wallet. Our photographer, Michael Forbes, captured gas prices in Dallas jumping nearly 25 cents a gallon overnight. This is video from a Chevron station. The spike comes as oil prices surged in the first trading since the weekend attacks. Brent crude, the global benchmark, jumped more than 12% to around $82 a barrel. Meanwhile, stock futures slid with the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all down ahead of the opening bell.
Right now, some Southern Methodist University students and faculty are sheltering in place in Dubai as tensions escalate in the region. The group is part of an SMU business program and is reportedly safe, but this comes after strikes near a port in Dubai. The United Arab Emirates Ministry of Defense says Iran launched 165 missiles toward the UAE. Most were intercepted, but some drones did get through. SMU says it's working to bring students and faculty home as soon as it's safe to do so.
Over the weekend, we saw rallies in North Texas related to these attacks. Reactions were strong and split, some celebrating the attacks and potential for regime change.
This regime is awful. They prevented me from going to school. We need the international community to recognize the right of the Iranian people and the rebellious youth to overthrow this regime.
Dozens gathered in Plano to dance and sing on Sunday, waving flags. Other Iranian Americans met in downtown Dallas Saturday, calling for regime change. Also in Dallas Sunday, some were angry about the U.S. and Israel's attack on Iran.
I don't see Iran standing down. I do think it's a strategic blunder on the part of the United States and Israel, and I think we'll soon see that the outcome probably won't be what Trump had anticipated.
People gathered in Dallas Sunday to demand peace, pushing back against the actions by the United States and Israel. What was meant to be a night out turned into chaos and terror in Austin early Sunday morning.
Police say a gunman opened fire on 6th Street around a bar closing time, killing 2 people and hurting 14 others.
Our Cole Sullivan is live for us in Austin this morning as we learn more about the victims and, Cole, what may have led up to the shooting. What do we know right now?
Dia, overnight, police opening the streets around Buford's, that bar where all of this went down just over 24 hours ago. This is the first full day of the investigation into whether or not this was a terror attack. And we already have new information. Overnight, ABC News verifying this image of the suspect before he opened fire. Look at the screen. You can see he's wearing a sweatshirt that says "Property of Allah." And ABC sources say he also had a shirt with an Iranian emblem on it. Austin police say he's 53-year-old naturalized U.S. citizen named Unjaga Jagnay. Police say just before 2 a.m. yesterday, he opened fire toward this crowded bar, first with a pistol out the window of his SUV, then parked and started walking back toward the busy 6th Street Entertainment District with a rifle. Police say officers stationed here responded and shot and killed him, all within minutes of the first 911 call. Witnesses say it was terrifying.
You just think about a survivor, you just think about this, like just survive.
We were there as Austin police SWAT swarmed this house tied to the suspect yesterday. Federal agents and crime scene techs spent hours on scene serving search warrants. Neighbors say they recognized the suspect but did not know much about him. Here on 6th Street, people have started bringing flowers to a makeshift memorial outside this bar, and we expect to get more information later today from Austin police. We'll keep you updated. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Cole. Now to 3 things that you need to know this morning. Are you heading to the airport today? Leave some extra time. Travelers are seeing longer TSA lines amid the partial government shutdown. Lawmakers still haven't funded the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees TSA. Right now, no major flight delays or cancellations at DFW or Love Field, but this is your better safe than sorry alert. A recall alert for parents this morning. Hisense is recalling more than 81,000 BabySense MaxView baby monitors. Officials say the screen can overheat and even spark while charging. They were sold at Amazon and Walmart. Parents are urged to stop using them immediately and contact the company for a replacement. And it's rodeo time in Houston. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo kicks off today with Riley Green opening the first night. The 3-week event runs through March 22nd. Tickets are available at rodeohouston.com if you're headed that way.
Your time this morning, 5:09, and we have a lot to get to this Monday. A heart-stopping moment caught on camera.
Yeah, a skier slips from a chairlift left hanging high above the ground. At 5:20, our quick-thinking friends jumped in and kept her from falling.
And Jim Carrey steps out in public and the internet goes into overdrive. Why fans are questioning if it's really him.
All right, and one thing you need to know weather-wise heading out the door this morning, going to give you that green light. It's warm, winds are light with mostly cloudy skies. We're going to be in the upper 50s here this morning with those south winds at 5 to 10. But yes, some wet and potentially stormy weather is coming our way later this week. We'll have more on that after the break.
And this morning we are following an overnight closure from a wreck involving a police on a motorcycle this morning. 35E in Medical District here. We can see everyone being detoured off. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what we know so far and help you get around this.